Back with the XR350R for like the 10th time. Maybe actually get somewhere this time. I decided, as of now, I'm not gonna put much money in this bike. I already have $70 in the rear shock. I'm in the process of redoing that at work. I got the forks off over here, and I have all the parts to put the engine back together the budget way. This is the wrong way. I'm going to show you a cheaper way to do something that isn't right, but it isn't wrong, because I'm going to run it this way, and I guarantee it's going to run. I don't have a manual. I was just looking online for one. Got my XR350L manual from '91. It's similar. I'll use that maybe for my ring gaps and stuff, and see how that far that'll get me. So the first thing I'm trying to do here is get this cover off, because I want to change this cam chain. I got a new cam chain. I don't know if it needed it. I mean, what was wrong with this when I got it? It was out of time, and the valves were bent in the head. I don't know how it got that way, but I got a cam chain, I got a gasket kit, and I'm just doing rings, which I'll explain to you here in a little bit once we see if we can get this cam chain in. Okay, so the clutch cover's off. Looks like I don't have to remove too much. Clutch got to come off. Maybe you can see in here. And maybe this oil pump, just so I can get the new chain around. The clutch looks pretty good, honestly. I'm not looking at the plates yet, but just the basket isn't all hammered to death. You know, sometimes these will end up like fingers and the clutch will drag. So my basket's still good anyhow. Upon closer inspection, I do see some grooves getting worn in here, so I probably will foul this basket. But I'm dead in the water because I don't work from home. I just piss around at home. I don't even have the socket for this here, so I'll have to bring it home from work. Okay, so you can see the new chain on the right, old chain on the left. And when you come down here, it's just a little bit shorter. It's a little less stretched. So there was some stretching going on in the old chain. So I'm glad I'm replacing it. As I'm getting ready here to slide the cylinder back on, put the piston on, doing my rings here, cleaning the gaskets up. I did want to show you. Now this is wrong. I know this is wrong. Let me see if I can get my phone on the intake side, which would be this side. Okay. See, there's a straight gouge right up there, the whole way up there after I hound it. There's a little bit of scraping in there. I know that's not right, and you motor builders will probably be pitching a fit, but I don't want to put money in this, and I think with new rings and stuff, it's going to run. So this is a test for not all of us. I'm sure some of us have slammed motors back together, and I'm sure some of us have had them that failed. But I'm going to try it. I don't care. Okay, pistons in, jugs on. This is my head. I got all cleaned up, new valves, and we're getting ready to put it on. Hello, I just spent all this time getting it perfect in time, and then looked and I have the cam sprocket. It's on the right side. I've been flipped the wrong fucking way. Freak. Engine is together. I'm unhappy about a couple things. I'm not real excited about this bike anymore. I'm probably going to sell it as soon as I get it running. But everything's in. Valves adjusted. Some new O-rings. Some new copper washers that came with the gasket kit. So I'm going to set it in the bike now and start putting the electrical in. I might be able to fire it up tonight. So I don't have a camera on a tripod at the moment, but I got my inspiration for just piecing shit together so it runs. If you watch the 2 Vintage channel, that kid, he's pretty cool. I never spoke with him personally, but he basically did stuff like this and gets it running, gets it cheap. Whether he resells it, fixes it up. I mean, he has everything from nice CRs and race bikes to basket cases like this. So that's why I'm just try to get this running for as cheap as possible. And at the end of either this video or the next, I will go over all the shortcuts I took, why I did it, and come up with a master plan. Because if you watch my channel, you know that I've had this bike for years now, and never really done anything with it because I'm just not that interested in restoring an XR350. Okay, I have a carburetor hooked up. I have an exhaust hooked up. I have the oil draining. I have a throttle hooked up enough to do something. Check this out back here. First carb and then the second. All I gotta do is add oil, and I'm gonna switch to the GoPro and see if it fires. I did check it has spark. I have no idea I'm gonna shut it off. His wiring harness is just thrown in there, but if it does start, that'd be cool. Hold on. Whew. Woo-wee. Something about death. I'm gonna let that be a heat cycle. Obviously it doesn't idle. I have no airbox on. I have no half an exhaust on. But I'm just glad it fired. So this is gonna conclude the end of part 2. Like I said, maybe part 3, I'll have it more together maybe and explain to you everything I did and didn't do for like a budget rebuild, but more like just get it running build. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. And thanks again for watching. I'm gonna do a part 3, maybe 4, depending on how much I do within the next video. Thank you.